There we go. Hey loves, it's Josie. Welcome to Eccentric if you're new to my channel. Um, this is an update video and also like a messages video at the same time. We'll see. It's been so long. I know y'all haven't seen me. Um, the first thing I wanted to bring up is that we are in Mercury retrograde shadow right now. So be aware of the preview before Mercury stations retrograde, which is around the 10th or the 11th of the month, somewhere around there. May 10th or 11th, Mercury's going to station retrograde, and Pluto will have already stationed retrograde by then. I haven't been looking at any of the astrology or anything, but yeah. So there's going to be a lot of introspection and transformation happening, you guys. Um, be on the lookout for Pluto causing trouble, is the message that I'm getting. And Mercury is a very fast moving planet. So there's an Eight of Wands energy. Hey, love. There's an Eight of Wands energy for the month of May. Rapid transformation, rapid correction. Do you see what I mean? And I know that people are used to Mercury retrogrades causing delays and slowing things down because of the glitches in the technology and the mechanical stuff. But this doesn't mean that as people that are not, ruled by, technology or mechanics, um, people specifically are what I'm talking about when it comes to this rapid transformation. There's going to be rapid awakenings, okay? Because Pluto and Mercury are literally working together to change minds, to change thinking, to change communication. And then for some people, it's also a very physical transformation as well. To start transformation journeys physically, or to be finally seeing the results of a transformative journey physically as well. Um, in May, a lot of secrets are going to come out because Pluto is digging it. Pluto is like, they say, they called it a golden shovel. Pluto has this golden shovel, and it's digging up everything that needs to be seen. So this Mercury retrograde is not like just some regular Mercury retrograde. It's, you know how like you'll find out where the errors are or stuff you didn't know, or where you messed some documents up or whatever, during Mercury retrograde. Generally it's redo, re-examine, replan. But this particular Mercury retrograde is communicating with Pluto in such a way where things you don't want to look at, the uglies, the dark stuff, that's going to be dug up with this golden shovel, okay? So not only are you going to be dealing with the regular Mercury retrograde stuff, but you're also going to be dealing with secrets being exposed. So the way that this may look like in a real life situation, let's say that you have an office job. You're already dealing with delays in communication, which is making your job harder because you have to re-download something like 3 times before it goes through. And then you get a phone call while you're at work that has to do with something personal because a secret came out. You may find out that, there's been something happening for a while that you didn't know about, while you're also dealing with all of this other stuff. And it could be anything. It doesn't always have to be negative. It could be positive too. It just depends on the road you've been traveling and who you've been dealing with. You could find out some positive news. You could have money that you didn't know you had. You get an opportunity that you didn't even weren't even thinking that you were going to get. You had forgot about it. um and on the other side, you may find out that something was taken from you. You see what I mean? Or that there's some kind of betrayal that happened. Pluto runs the gamut of things being hidden. And since Pluto is the ruler of the eighth house, um, you're going to be dealing with joint finances, joint assets, loans, debt, death, sex, rebirth, those themes. So, those are the kind of secrets, whether they're positive or negative, that may come out, the occult. So, for some of you, you may change. If you're like a spiritualist or if you do spiritual work, you may change how you're doing it. You may learn something that you can add to what you're doing, or you may transform your practice, just period. So many things are happening, but they're rapidly happening during this Mercury retrograde, okay? Um, some of you are definitely going to be having paranormal, very real experiences with extraterrestrials, with interdimensional beings, with I see dead people, the classic stuff. Um all of this is here because it's time for you to step into whatever role you're supposed to be playing in the now, whatever expression. Again, you don't receive the tools or the gifts until it's time to use them. So it's kind of like another activation, you know. Um, so yeah, um, use the tools that are given to you to be able to see in the dark, because again, this Pluto energy represents darkness as well. There's a lot of things being done in the dark. Okay, and I'm not speaking in terms of, oh, what's done in the dark comes to light. No, like it's kind of like when you have a power outage at work and you have to go back to writing things down because you can't use the computer. You're going to have to adjust. Okay. When the lights are turned off suddenly, take a moment, pause, let your eyes adjust so that you can see. That's gonna be the theme for the whole month of May, and it's very important that you take that moment before you take any action, because there's a lot of action already happening around you, and you don't want to just assume that you should take action before your eyes have adjusted to see what you really need to see, because things are not as they appear. There's a lot of magic, a lot of trickery energy going on too. You've got the magician coming up here in this message as well. um, and it, again, it's not always negative trickery. um, it's simply about not having all the information, and then you take action and then you mess something up. So just hold on a second and don't be so quick to try to like get things done. Wait until you feel confident and you really do truly know the full story before you move forward, so that you don't disturb any opportunities. Okay. um that's very important. um as far as the collective and stuff you may hear floating around, rumors and things like that, again, we're dealing with Mercury and Pluto. So you're going to see in the news a whole bunch of stuff that has to do with sexual scandals, money scandals. Okay. Again, you don't need to really take it on. You can be aware of it, but you still need to focus on your creation and what you got going on. Some of y'all may get your life together and get your finances together during this time. Like you're gonna really create a better foundation. See, and that's the story. That's the story that hey love. That's the story that I was getting the other day. When Saturn changed signs, when Saturn moved, because I always tell people Pluto takes orders from Saturn. So Saturn has left the house, but left Pluto with a list of things that needed to be done. Kind of like when you leave your older kids at the house and you say, hey, these are the chores that need to be done before I come back. But in this case, it's these are the chores that need to be done before you come closer to me or before you join me in the next house. You need to finish this up. It's kind of like Pluto is finishing up the job that Saturn started. Okay. So any remnants of situations and people that lack integrity, any faulty foundations that are still left over, all of that is like Pluto is being the cleanup person. After the main event has happened, now any stragglers are being checked, and any foundations that are faulty are being destroyed because Pluto is the wrecking ball. Not everything needs to be destroyed, but there are some things that do need to be destroyed. And anything that's trying to leave your life right now, let it go. Because one thing that I'm seeing is a lot of violence and a lot of just unnecessary property damage and things like that. And the reason is because instead of letting whatever is trying to leave your life, for some people they're not, and it's that holding on that's causing more resentment, more accusation, more all kinds of stuff. And then that's where people start to hate each other, and really can't even just leave in peace and be, just platonic and cohesive. um so when you start to see something that is dysfunctional and no longer working, it's okay to disconnect from it in any way you need to. Okay. There are tools out there. Seek the tools, because right now I don't feel like it's a time where you can just go to somebody and talk to them and then everything is resolved. Pluto says we're done talking. Pluto is about that action. Do you see what I mean? um there's this energy in May that says we're done talking. You see what I mean? Time is up, period. There's no more negotiating, there's no more talking. Things are getting done. Hammers are coming down. Again, people are and situations are being exposed. So, in order for you to stay in harmony, in order for you to be able to navigate this properly, it's very important that you continue to operate from integrity, exercise assertiveness, okay, in a peaceful manner. It's very important. And this is the main message that I wanted to deliver for May. There are situations with children and families. There are situations with just contracts that you have with people, whether it be spiritual or physical, where things can get ugly for no reason, right? So, if you're trying to leave, this is a scenario. There's a lot of scenarios where people are trying to actually detach, and it's causing whatever they're detaching from to have a dysfunction, and it's causing this reaction because that other side or that other person has judged themselves, and they're basing you trying to leave. They're taking that as an offense. They're taking it personal. And even though you may not say, oh, it's your fault, or things like that, they still may be assuming that they did something wrong, or something's wrong with them, or they're thinking that you think something's wrong with them and they don't agree and they want to fight about it. Either way it goes, they want to keep you around to prove some kind of point when you're trying to leave. So watch out for that. And my best advice for you trying to detach from something that seems to be trying to pull you in and doesn't want to take no for an answer, as far as you separating from it, is to keep documentation, record conversations, and repeat the same thing over and over again. I don't want this experience. I'm ready to go. No, stop, don't. This is not healthy for me. This is not good for me. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be with you. I don't want to be in this situation. I am done. Repeat the same thing over and over again, because I feel like a lot of people are literally fighting and arguing because one person is trying to leave. It could be a job, it could be anything. And the people that are trying to leave jobs, you, let's say you put in your 2 weeks notice and you're going through the 2 weeks, you're still going to work. Now all of a sudden, all these opportunities that you weren't getting at this job before, now they're trying to compromise with you, but they're still coming at you halfway. Like, let's say that you've been wanting a raise and you never got one, and finally you decide to leave, and then they come at you with this offer to give you a raise, but it's still not the amount that you want. It's less, but it's still like just a little bit. Like, again, you have to stick to your guns and get away, because they're going to try to create illusions to keep you, because your absence makes them unstable. You've been holding them together energetically. And these people in these situations in these places are not used to not having your energy, and they will literally have like a crazy moment. Even if you're not leaving completely, let's say you live with people and you're finally done dealing with whatever behavior or whatever, and you maybe stop talking to that person like you used to, that's going to affect that person greatly. And they're going to try to like pull you in some kind of way to get what they were getting before, to have you behave the way that you were behaving before. Don't do it. It's very important that you know and can see the truth right now, because people are going to, like, gaslighting is going to be on high. People are going to be giving you stuff that you've always wanted, but it's bull. It's not real. They're just literally doing everything that they can to keep you around. Okay? I heard somebody. I hear somebody talking outside. It's weird. Anyway, yeah. So y'all watch out for that. Okay? That's very important. Oh, my child is here. Um Dude, what did they forget? Man, I'm on a live. I can't even mute.
I gotta take my car.
Hey, I'm on YouTube live, just so you know. Okay? That way you don't say anything. um but anyway, you guys, um there's, y'all know how truthers and spiritual people have been talking about this, like, spiritual war. Like, if you thought that was just a concept, you're going to really feel it in May, this spiritual war. You're going to really be like seeing people literally may be transforming before your eyes. You may see glitches and stuff. You're going to really see the energy that's attached to people. They're going to be morphing and all kinds of stuff. And this is nothing to fear. It was there the whole time, but now you're having a actual real tangible experience with it. The uglies are coming out, but it's necessary. Just like when you take medicine and the illness gets worse before it gets better, these things have to be purged, they have to come out. And it's very important that you stand your ground and know who you are, and fortify your energy, and just continue to strengthen your connection to source, because the gaslighting is going to be really bad. Okay? And you really, like, it's dangerous for you to operate from sympathy right now. You've got to come with the spiritual indifference, and you've got to operate from compassion and only do what is necessary, nothing more. Okay? Um, with this energy, though, it doesn't mean that you can't receive blessings and manifest. Just know that you're going to be dealing with people throwing fits. You're going to be dealing with organizations being shut down because they were exposed in some kind of way. Okay, like there's going to be a lot of shaking. I'm seeing the shaking. You know how when you mine for gold and you shake the screen so you can see the gold. I'm seeing that. So that's telling me also that in the middle of all the drama and the distractions, that there are golden opportunities for, and if you're paying attention and you're allowing everything to move around you, but you're still, you will see those golden opportunities and you will flourish even though everybody else seems to be falling apart. See, you fell apart. It's their turn to fall apart now. It's your turn to receive now. Everybody wakes up at their own time. So you can't feel bad just because you empathize with them. You've got to let them go through it, because this is not the time while you're getting your life together and you're starting to receive your blessings. Your foundation is still not. I'm waiting. There we are. That was a long reconnection. Anyway, so hopefully y'all understood what I was saying. You have a choice to be a victim or to be a leader during May. Okay. So yeah, I think that was the main messages I needed to get across about May. Yeah. Um it's okay to assist others when you are healthy and whole, when you have the energy and the resources to do so without having to hesitate to think, do I have this or can I do this? If it's not an immediate yes, then it's definitely something you should pass on, okay? Um, there's checks and balances happening in May. Justice is really like, the justice card is really big in May. So it's best that you stay out of the way as much as possible so that things can balance out. A lot of you are going to want so badly to help in a situation, but if you discipline yourself and you just observe, especially because nobody asked you to help, okay, you just know about the situation. If you just observe, it'll work itself out and you won't have to put yourself out by trying to jump in and save somebody. Because I promise you, if anybody tries to be Captain Save a whatever in the month of May, you're going to end up in some quicksand. And then nobody's going to be able to help you. And then you're also going to be blamed for whatever happens. So be careful with that. However, as far as ascension is concerned, we're having lovely ascension energies. I know a lot of us are having skin breakouts and having digestive issues and headaches. Yay, eclipse season. There's plenty of those marvelous ascension symptoms happening. Again, if you don't make it a big deal, of course, if you feel something's wrong with you, go to the doctor by any means. But if you don't make it a big deal, these symptoms will pass. You see what I mean? But a lot of people you're not tripping, okay? And it's not necessarily acne. You are breaking out because your skin is a whole system. It's an organ. And a lot of times when you're detoxing, whether you know you're detoxing or not, because you don't have to be drinking water and not eating food to detox. Your body's designed to detox itself, whether you're consciously trying to help it or not. Okay. um Again, there's this huge purge happening. Last night when I was going to sleep, I had to call on my guides because I felt like I was dematerializing physically. I was like, is this it? Is this the flash? What's happening right now? Because I feel crazy. I feel like I'm about to just disappear. So there's a lot going on, you guys. Ascension is like lit. These energies are more and more intense. And it's still very entertaining to see the people that are waking up, because they, in my opinion, they are actually full of more fear than we were when we woke up. Like, they are afraid of so much stuff. There's so much fear, you know. And it's interesting to deal with. It's very interesting. And again, you gotta operate from compassion, and you can't really attach to anything. It is what it is, and you know, you're there and then you're not there, you know. You're just responding and you're moving about, because in the middle of all of this, you're literally bringing fifth density through you. Like, that whole reality is coming through you. It's being birthed through you. Oh, one thing I did want to talk to y'all about is, again, when the first wave and second wave, when a lot of the forerunners woke up, they went through a lot of things alone. It wasn't such a collective awakening like it is now. And so it was one thing, like when I woke up, it was just me. So I was the crazy person, you know. I wasn't a group of crazy people. I was the crazy person. And I feel like that's actually easier than being the group of crazy people. You see what I mean? Because I realized that right now there are groups of people at odds with each other. So it's not just the black sheep thing is not happening anymore. We have black herds. Okay, we got whole black herds now, and that's a huge disruption to the system. Okay. Our children are really feeling it. There's groups of people right now that are obviously not in the same reality as other groups of people, but they're in the same systems. So it's literally like is it chess? Yeah, it's a chessboard. You got the white chess pieces, and then you got the black chess pieces. They're both on the same board, but it's really obvious that they're living in two different worlds. And the concept of, I don't live in the same world that you live in, is not being understood by the other chess pieces. And it's actually scaring them that you're living your life one way and thinking and talking and understanding things different. It scares them. Again, there's a lot of fear. So instead of them allowing you to just live your life, they're trying to save you because they think that you're delusional. And this is happening like in groups now. They're so worried and they're so concerned because you're literally living in fifth density. The world that they're in, everybody's suffering. It's hard. Everything is difficult, blah, blah, blah. And you're over here all calm while they're freaking out. And you're like, no, it's not. Everything's good. You know, I'm surrounded by beautiful souls and I'm blessed. Like, what are you talking about? And you're just chill. That drives them absolutely nuts. So tell your kids, especially if your kids are woke, stop talking to people. Don't even try to even look. if you're in the same system as those people that are afraid for you, do not talk to them in your spiritual language. Speak their language, keep it simple, keep it short, and keep it moving. Okay? Because right now they're very sensitive and they're scared of everything. Okay? And what they're going to try to do is they're going to try to save you. And that could cause you to become uncomfortable because their method of saving you has a lot to do with using the system to save you. Oh, I think you're nuts, so let me go and get you a psych eval. Oh, I think you're nuts, so let me go and report you. If you're an adult and they can't put you in a hospital themselves, they'll go and freaking report you to authorities because of whatever, however you think. You see what I mean? Like, it's really sensitive right now, you guys. So y'all be careful. She said it's hard not to laugh. Exactly. Yeah, no lifelines and no lifeguarding. People have to fish, be fish out of water. We went through this and we have to allow them to go through it. It's not easy to watch, but we have to let them, because you're supposed to be focused on your individual mission and the things that are activated within you that need to be expressed right now. That's very important. Okay? You cannot lose focus just because everybody else is freaking out around you. Because you're literally holding the light and doing these things for everybody, even though they don't realize it. And they can mess it up. That's just like if a kid comes up to somebody that's working on a car and they try to say, oh, I want to help. You don't have time for them to help. You need to focus on what you're doing. It's dangerous if you allow them to help you. They don't understand that. So they take offense and it's like, oh, you don't love me. You don't want me to help. You don't want me involved in this project. No. It's too dangerous for you at the level of maturity that you are, at the level of education that you are, wisdom. It's too dangerous for me to allow you to help me. You see what I mean? Because there is no time. I can't train you. Nothing. And if you mess up, it's detrimental not just to us, but to everybody. So this is why it's very important. I'm not preaching separation. You see what I mean? I'm not talking about you need to isolate and separate. There are things that you need to be wise enough to understand that you can do with certain people that you can't do with other people. You can still go and play, go bowling with that person, but you can't do business with that person. Understand these things and operate accordingly. You see what I mean? It doesn't mean that you necessarily have to cut people completely off. Understand who you can bring home and who you can only go out with in public. Understand who you can talk to in your spiritual language and who you need to talk to in the programmed language. Because a lot of light workers right now are out there hurting themselves because they're getting backlash. It's not necessary. Okay? Oh my goodness. Oh, I wanted to update you guys too. If you saw the community tab, y'all know that I have a couch now. Yay, I have a couch. I didn't have a couch for like the longest, and I just got a can opener. Like it's so funny because I got some things but not other things because I've been so busy. I've signed so much paperwork, it's ridiculous. And then I've been dealing with a situation with my kids too. I had to literally like leave and go to Texas and come back. So I'm dealing with a lot of stuff and there's a lot of adjustments needing to be made. So if you're wondering why you haven't seen me, that's why. But I am behind the scenes working on the new YouTube channel that I'm gonna usher everybody to. This channel's not going anywhere, but it's probably just not gonna have any new content. Okay, I'm waiting on my YouTube banner to be finished so that I can start uploading videos over there. I'm trying to think. I wonder if if you have any questions, definitely type them in the chat about what's going on with me and what to expect from the new channel. Because we're switching over to a whole lifestyle channel. It's not just going to be astrology and readings. There's going to be more added to it. There's going to be less time sensitive information put out as well. We're trying to operate more efficiently now. You know, I only have one body. Oh, and Jaden is definitely looking forward to hosting the kids Zoom like we did last summer for the spiritual kids huddle thing. So we will be announcing that soon as well. We'll be setting that up. The kids will be here the second week of June. So we will be starting that up again. That's going to be fun. There's going to be, you know, food, nutrition. There's going to be, I intend to do like timeless or pick a card type readings. Qigong stuff, gardening stuff. Just basically like a practical look into different ways that you can literally be living in your fifth density. You can, practical ways you can really like live fifth density experience, you know, like basically I'm switching over to being the example and giving you all the tools and actually showing you how those tools are used, you know. So it's going to be more so events and workshops than one-on-one sessions. You see what I mean? I'm still like, as I go, I'm still trying to figure things out, and I got to see what works and what doesn't. But yeah. I also still, I have the task of getting married, you guys. Like that's still happening. We're moving along with the whole immigration thing. That's also happening. There's a lot. There's a lot happening. So yeah, don't forget about Shams. He still exists. And you'll see him around. So I'm hoping that I think I'm gonna guesstimate that he may be here in the US in about somewhere in the month of June. That's what I'm feeling. So yeah. Oh man, I think that's about it though. I think that's all I wanted to tell y'all, because I'm looking through my subconscious trying to make sure I told y'all everything I was supposed to tell you. But these energies are legit right now. Like I've been losing whole days. Like it's not easy staying in this reality, especially when you have a lot going on. So whatever you don't have to do, don't do it. Because it's too easy to forget what day it is, what the date is, what you did yesterday, all kinds of stuff. Like, it's time is very fluid. and I noticed that sometimes I feel like things are happening so fast that I didn't even get to really be in that experience, right? And then sometimes I feel like whatever I was doing I have this whole lifetime in that experience. It could be 2 days and I could feel like I had a whole lifetime in that experience. So it's very like stretchy, time is. We only lost one day this week. I'm telling you, um, it was Tuesday for me. I lost Monday, but I didn't realize it until Tuesday. I think that was it. Yeah, no, because today's Wednesday. Yesterday, yeah, Tuesday, I realized that I lost Monday. I don't even know how to explain that, but yeah, like that's happening. But yeah, thank you, love. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Even though I'm moving y'all to a new channel, this one will still be here. It's not going nowhere. But yeah, I'm working on it, y'all. It's a lot. So have a beautiful day. Stay blessed, prosperous. Fortify your energy. Love to you, healing to you, protection to you in the now, grounding to you to fifth dimensional Terra in the now. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.